Hi guys, we're going to play a little game here called Find the Mistake. Dun, dun, dun. What error did Mrs. Novak make? Who, me? I don't make mistakes. Except I am going to make mistakes. So I'm going to use the problems that you did last week for your academic block. And I'm going to do each one, and on them I am going to make a mistake, and we're going to see if you can find it. So last week for our academic block we had to graph three linear equations. So I have here on the right, I have the equation that we need to graph. And on the left, I just kind of gave a recap of the notes. So we have them right there, and I'm going to follow the notes. First I need to fill in, it doesn't say it on the notes, but it is asking me for the slope and the y-intercept. So I have a slope of -4 and a y-intercept of 4. Okay, check and make sure that that's not my mistake. Remember, it's y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so to graph this equation, the first thing I need to do is plot the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 4, so I'm going to go to the y-axis and I'm going to plot a point at 4. Step 2 is an if needed step. That means we won't always be using that step. This says write the slope as a ratio of whole numbers. Well, this already is a whole number, so I'm not sure this step is needed, so I'm not going to use it. Step 3 says start at the y-intercept. Count the rise and the run to the next point. And then we have something about the signs down here. A negative slope. In order to have a negative ratio, you either have a positive divided by a negative or a negative divided by a positive. I'm going to use this one, down and right. So I am going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am going to go right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to plot a point, and I figured out I have this nifty line tool that I'm going to use because it draws a better line than I do, and I actually like to go in both directions. Make a nice line. Okay, there's a mistake in there, people. Can you find it? Okay, so my mistake, if I write this slope as a ratio of whole numbers, it's going to be -4 over 1 over +1, or +4 over -1. This is getting so sloppy. I don't have an eraser. That's a 4. And that's a 1. There we go. That's a negative. Okay, so I went down. I did my sign right. You can see I have a decrease. This slope is a decrease. I should have a decrease. I do. But I did 4 over 4, which is actually 1. So this line that I drew has a slope of -1, and I need a slope of -4. So I'm going to plot the y-intercept, and I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go over 1. And then I'm going to get my line, which I'm not drawing so nicely, but that is the correct line. So my mistake was I did 4 over 4, which is a slope of -1. Okay, let's look at the next one. We've got y equals 3x plus 2. So my slope is 3, and it's positive. So I'm going to write that as 3 over 1, +3 over +1, or -3 over -1. So I'm doing this step 2 right now. I'm writing the slope as a ratio of whole numbers, and I'm using my signs. I know I have a positive slope, so I'm reminding myself that I need to go up and right or down and left. And my y-intercept is 2. So I'm going to plot my y-intercept. And then I think I'm going to go up and right. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, up 3, over 1, up and right. And that gets me this line, which I like to draw going both ways. There it is. What is my mistake? Okay, so my mistake on this one was when I went up 3 over 1, I started at the origin. I didn't start at the y-intercept, okay? Really what I need to do is I need to start at the y-intercept and from there go up 3. 1, 2, 3, over 1. You can also see if I went down 3, 1, 2, 3, and left 1, it falls on the same line. So that's a way to help you catch your mistakes. If you do both versions, the up and right and the down and left, will help you catch your mistake. So there it is. Okay, we have our next one, last one. Okay, we've got y equals -7/5 x minus 3. Okay, so our slope is -7 over 5, which is already a ratio of whole numbers. So I don't need, in this case, I really don't need to write this because this is telling me that the rise is 7 and the run is 5. And our y-intercept is -3. I don't know why I wrote in black and blue, but there you have it. Okay, so step 1, plot the y-intercept, -3. Write the slope as a ratio of whole numbers. We've got it. Start at the y-intercept. I'm not going to mess that one up this time. Count the rise and the run. So down 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm running out of room. So I can't go down 7, so I'll have to go up 7. Okay, so this is -7/5. So let's see. We're going to go 1. Did I lose my... we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3. So that's my next point right there. And here's my line. Whoops, that second line was bad. Ignore it. There's my line. That's kind of bad. That's not my mistake, the bad line, but I did make a mistake. Can you find it? Okay, so my mistake on this one is my line has a positive slope. My line is an increase. If I block out the second half of this graph and look, I go to the y-intercept, it's an increase, okay? This is really, really common. It's really common for people to say -7 over 5 is -7 over -5 and go down and left because you're going negative and negative because you've got this negative sign. Remember, a negative slope is either up and left or down and right. And since I can't go down and right, I have to go up and left. So I'm going to start at the y-intercept and I'm going to go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to go left 3, 1, which I started to do, 3, and there's my point, and there it is. So these are really common slope errors, graphing errors. You're going to do a con next, and you're going to just need to be really careful about your signs and mistakes that you might make. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that your con goes easy, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm proud of you.